Hi gang, welcome to another simple leveraging training video. This one is part of a series that we're going to roll out and call the Lost Art of Conversation, because that's really what it is. It's part of our ongoing campaign here at Simple Leveraging to increase the quality of backlinks, communication between sites, and hopefully site content. That way you'll get much better results, much better revenues, and a much better user experience all round. So what do we got here? We've got a comment with, we've got a comment. We have a blog with one comment, so that's good. We've got, if you look up here, it's a PR3. That's nice. Nicely seasoned. I think you'll find that, well, this comment was on April 29th, 2009. So there you go. It's coming up for 2 years old. This is a nicely seasoned, well-indexed page. And it's, the perfect place to have a link. But two things. Got to treat this one with care. Dead simple. And there are several reasons for that. First of all, come down here, it's capture enabled. Well, that's not a problem. You enter in your capture manually, and you do it. So it's a blog that'll have to be approached manually. Well, folks, sometimes you have to put a bit of effort and expend a bit of effort into these things. If you're not prepared to put effort into it, then you're not going to get nice results to a certain degree. If you're not prepared to put in a little bit of effort now and then, well, tough as far as I'm concerned. This is a quality blog. You've got to do it manually. There's another hidden reason why you've got to do it manually, and I'll get onto that in a minute. Let's actually analyse the blog. A blog by Julia Angwin, Deep Links. Now, if Julia finds out about this video, which I hope she does, because this is encouraging positive communication. This is a good article, very interesting article. It's about MySpace and Facebook, about the management change in 2009 with MySpace in an attempt to try and claw back some of the market share they lost to Facebook. It's very good, very informative. My approach to this would be that if I'm placing a comment on it, I would I'd make a comment that my own personal views on Twitter. She mentioned Twitter at the end of the post. My own personal views on Facebook are such that I'm not a wild fan of Facebook, I have to say. I think the jury's still out upon the economic utilisation and use of Facebook. I could be wrong on that one. I really could. I know there's a lot of people out there that are screaming and shouting and saying it's the next best thing, but yeah, it's the same old people, and I just tend to be very, very wary about it, that's all. But perhaps that's just me being cautious. Let me shut this down. So, either way, it's a meaningful comment. You can come back and just say, yeah, I prefer MySpace because of this, this, this. I happen to dislike Facebook because of the following, blah, blah, blah. You've added something to the food chain. So you enter your name, address, URL. So you would either put, you could either put your straight name. In my case, I put Steve Morgan, or I could put Simple Leveraging there and put the simpleleveraging.com URL or something underneath it, and then put my comment. Now, because I've added something positive to the food chain, it's highly likely that the blog owner will approve the comment. It's that simple. If all you do is put, this good blog, I do you good deal, you give me good link, she's going to kick your butt, and justifiably so. Those days of those cheap, crappy comment links are long gone. I do you good deal, you give me good link. Forget it, boys and girls. It ain't going to work, and justifiably so. You have to add something. Let me shut this down again, sorry. You have to add something to the food chain. If you add something to the food chain, blog owners will publish your comment because it keeps their blog fresh. It means that the next time Googlebot come crawling, there's fresh content onto it. It shows you've paid attention to the sort of things they've said. They'll go for it. There is, of course, another hidden way, which I will go on to in a later video, why you could virtually get an automatic link straight off this blog. I'll go into that at a later stage. Now, as an addendum to this, our research has shown two things with this blog. One, it's capture enabled, so you'll have to do it manually, or I would advise you to do it manually. Secondly, it is Akismet enabled. Now, those of you who don't know what Akismet is an anti-spam service. It's a great service if you're a blogger, and it really is. It hopefully will cut down on the I do you good deal type comments. What it'll happen is, if you just come onto this and go, this good blog, give me link, I'm coming back and I'll bookmark or whatever, that will go straight into the Akismet folder. The blog owner will come along, check these comments and go, this is spam, and tip off Akismet. Akismet will then put your blog URL in their spam list. Now you get too many referrals to a spam list, and suddenly you find you're in real diff, because Google read Akismet's database and other services do. If you're not careful, suddenly you get your money site or your blog on a spam list and blocked, and you're in deep trouble. Now, there's a hidden downside to this, in that there are a couple of Warrior services at the moment on the Warrior forum offering Scrapebox services. Now, Scrapebox is a great tool. When used properly, it is an extremely good tool. However, in a couple of cases, it's being used badly. And in one case, I saw one posting where this WSO is advertising up to 900,000 Scrapebox blast, and they reckon possibly that, you know, they find 3,000 links. Isn't that a good thing? You're getting 3,000 links. That's crap, boys and girls. That really is. But I'll tell you the reason why it's crap. They're saying you get 3,000 links out of a 900,000 URL blast. That means on 897,000 blogs they've hit, you've immediately either gone into the spam box, or your submission hasn't been recognised at all. Now, if it's gone into the spam box, you're in deep shit. Excuse my French, excuse my comment. You're in deep shit, because the chances are that probably the majority of those blogs where you've gone into the spam list, they're Akismet enabled. Whoopee-doo. Akismet have just had several thousand reports into their database of one URL, excuse me, spamming blogs. You go straight to the top of their spam list. Just be very, very careful. You know, now, to turn around, and some people will turn around and say, yeah, well, that's Scrapebox for you. No, that's not true. That's like trying to blame the makers of an AK-47 or an Uzi or anything like that when people get killed in massacres. You know, if you give an AK-47 to a 5-year-old and send them down to the mall, it's going to end badly. We all know that. Scrapebox, handled responsibly, like some of the other tools out there, is an extremely useful part of a marketer's armoury. In this case, hitting 900,000 blog URLs and only getting 3,000 links is gross misuse of the whole thing, and really is going to cause problems. So that's an aside, that's a pet beef. Back to the matter in hand. This is a PR3 blog. Comment on it properly, you'll get a good link. End of rant. So listen, if you've got any questions about this, if you've got any questions about some of our other services, like namely where you can find additional places to get lists and blogs to comment on responsibly, get in touch with me at the address at the end of this email or the end of this video. The March list for Simple Everything has gone out. There's 60 links on that, and they're all PR3 and above, and they'll all take links. Listen, thanks for your time, boys and girls. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.